Ladies and gentlemen, one and all, humble members of the TSC family, today we shall not waste a single second of our precious time. And why exactly? Because the never-ending dungeon of ever-shifting walls hungers for our lives as well as souls. Without further ado, welcome back to Let's Play Spelunky HD, episode number 1, the true first episode, together with your courteous host Mr. TSC, aka TheShadowCookie, and I shall carry on where the lone spelunker Yang left off, equipped with the gained knowledge from his journal, which I unfortunately forgot to take a look at during the tutorial. My mistake, but soon, it's a promise. However, before we can step through the gates of eternity and into the Garden of Madness, there happens to be one more matter of great importance. I shall settle without hesitation, choosing a proper damsel, one that suits my personal taste. I do believe within settings we can find the very ability to choose a proper damsel. There we go. Now, of course, I don't dislike playing the charming role of the ladies' man, not at all. Who doesn't enjoy himself, or perhaps even herself, the sweet kiss of a fine woman of royal blood in exchange for becoming her knight in shining armor? Still though, nothing, I repeat, absolutely nothing, could ever stand a chance against the overwhelming cuteness of the Derpy Dog, a spelunker's best friend, yes indeed. Those big round eyes would melt anybody's heart in an instant, and I love to call him, get ready for this, Mr. Derpy D. the First. Welcome to the team, boy. Very well then, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I like to imagine that every single one of these spelunkers has a unique backstory. Iowa Jack here, for example, desires fame and fortune, just like Yang. And who else do we got again? But of course, Colin Northway, on the other hand here, is searching for his lost sanity. Individuals such as, gonna continue with him, Scarlet Kareem, wish to obtain immortality. Last but not least, Curly Green, a rookie scientist, craves to obtain absolute knowledge of the world, and perhaps science as a whole as well. Yes, one day I am gonna be the greatest scientist the world has ever known. I shall conquer them all with science! Science everywhere. There, wonderful. Now we can identify better with them characters now that they all got motivations, hopes, and dreams. Oh, I have been looking forward to this day, to enter the legendary cave system of ever-shifting walls. Within, riches beyond any mortal's puny comprehension await. One must only reach out for them and survive the encounter. Oh, Father, if only you were still alive to witness my triumph. But I shall always remember your dying words of Spelunky spelunker wisdom. Son, there must be a beginning of any great matter, but the continuing on to the end until to be thoroughly finished yields true glory. I will always remember them. Now, journal time, ladies and gentlemen, as I already promised at the beginning. These are them critters that we already came across. Snake, the bane of every adventurer. It enjoys hiding in pots, so does it now? Yes, it certainly can hide within them pots randomly. Always be careful when smashing them, and because them snakes love to hide, I shall call them Solid Snake. Oh, I am so original. Already killed 16 though? Seriously? Within the tutorial alone? Damn, I am about to commit serpent genocide here. Moving on, the bat. It prefers eating bugs, but will attack human beings if it's hungry enough. Thankfully, I've got the vampire killer. No, just kidding once again, only a leather whip. Thirdly, the spider. We only encountered one, and I disposed of it by throwing that damsel into the spikes. Let's not mention that one again. Larger than your average household variety. Don't let it get the drop on you. Unfortunately, it did. I'll be careful though in the future. Anything else? But of course, the damsel. Bring helpless damsels to the exit, and you'll be rewarded with a kiss. I would have enjoyed myself a female kiss, but instead she decided to bleed out. I am mentioning it again, I apologize. Unfortunate events of the past do not linger. Now, of course I could check out every single other journal entry as well. For example, what about them places, even though this section still happens to be empty, but it would only stall time, it would only waste time, which is why I am of course gonna take a look at the traps. Anything? I did defuse that one arrow trap, didn't I? More or less willingly. Huh. Oh well. I am certain we will stumble upon other opportunities in the nearby future to take another look at the journal. Oh, I am ready. Are you ready as well, ladies and gentlemen? For the final time, prepare yourselves. The caves of ever-shifting walls await. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first area. To be more specific, the first floor of the very first area of Spelunky HD, aka the Mines. Certainly a location that Yang happened to mention within his journal, and we must conquer it if we wish to gaze upon the lush paradise that he already happened to catch a glimpse of. Be careful though, the mines can be an incredibly dangerous place, filled to the brim with hazards and obstacles, for example plenty of arrow traps, as well as nasty vermin, for example snakes, bats, spiders, etc, etc, and even far worse than that. Oh, got caught up in a spiderweb here, nothing to worry about though, just jump around. A whole bunch, and I will be able to break free from my imprisonment. Some gold bars, not too shabby. Enough hero talk though, I want to talk. Not to I want to talk about the mines in greater detail. Normally I desire to obtain at least 10,000 gold pieces within the first floor of the mines. Anything beneath is still tolerable, but not as pleasant as it could be. To make a long story short, 0 to 5,000 gold, intolerable. 5 to 10,000, acceptable. Over 10,000, satisfying. What? Them spiders always like to hang out on the ceiling and will drop down if you dare to step beneath their existences, so be careful. Always make a run past them or be prepared to whip away. I am of course at this moment in what the hell? At this moment in time not playing as efficiently as I could, primarily because I am commentating over a Spelunky playthrough for the very first time, playing in front of the masses. I am feeling so incredibly nervous. Getting back on track though, a skeleton, de-exist, D as in the undead, forgot to mention that word there, the undead exist, a living skeleton, straight out of your nightmares. Oh, I wonder, could this be a former spelunker? Probably. And his skull appears to be stuck in midair due to this spiderweb, but now there, it is gone. But what are my eyes falling upon here? It happens to be the derby dog, yes, finally, oh god. And a terrible chill runs up your spine. That is not a good thing, not at all, but I can do this. Can totally save Mr. Derby Dog from the clutches of the evil ghost. Well, actually, yes, it could. Ah! This could still work out in my favor. Ladies and gentlemen, this happens to be the ghost. The bane of any spelunker. It'll appear after 2.5 minutes on every single floor. Yes, indeed, he happens to be the dangerous hazard I already brought up during the tutorial. One cannot kill the polterghost, one cannot stop the polterghost. Well, that is a lie. Technically, you can stop him a little bit, but I'll get to that in the future. Bottom line though, once the ghost appears, you should probably make a run for the hill, cause he or it only spells out certain death. Touch the ghost and you are a goner. There happens to be one good thing about him though, only one good thing. You can actually abuse the ghost for something special. However, I won't bother myself with that suicidal act for now. In the future though, yes, everything in the future. And please, try to bear with me. I am attempting to talk very, very informative here. If that is how you can say it, I am trying to teach you something, a thing or two, about Spelunky, but since I am feeling so nervous, it isn't a simple task, no. I am tripping over my words again and again and again, repeating certain words such as something, etc, etc, etc. Long story short, once again, please bear with me. I am trying my best here while surviving. But yes, getting back on track, we managed to save Mr. Derby D and thus obtained, whoa, another point of health. Didn't even see that spider there, see? This is why you should always pay close attention to what is going on within Spelunky. Now, I don't happen to own anything I could defuse that arrow trap with, no, not at all. Thankfully I came across some spare bombs, some early spare bombs before. Don't wanna waste them though, not at all. I did see a shop though, down below, where I will be able to purchase some more explosive devices. Thank you, Max, from Max's weapon shop. I'll take those, but oh my, what is this? A web gun? A machete, as well as a shotgun, all of them relatively good items, especially the boomstick, but I can't manage to afford them at this moment in time. Well, I technically could, but it would be a waste. Damn it, a waste of early resources. And by resources I am of course talking about the gold. I spy with my little eye a golden key. What could the jupiter? There it goes again, me tripping over words. What exactly could this small key be for? Perhaps one should attempt to reunite it with a chest. And oh my, speaking of, I can see a chest all the way up there. Maybe, just maybe, I'd say yes, let's try to go for it. I desire to find out what's locked up inside. Ooh my, an ancient artifact, eh? We just stumbled upon the so-called Ucha die. The eye is an ancient symbol of royal power. Does it have any other purposes? Maybe. Why, of course, it certainly does have other secret purposes. But once again, I shall not bother myself with them purposes for now. Instead, let's just try to survive as efficiently as possible. Pro tip of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the Ucha die will always appear within one randomly selected floor of the mines. Oh, if I throw Derpy D the first down here, he might get impaled on the spikes. Save me, snake! Ah! A cold shiver, a terrible chill, a whatever frightening something running. Ah! No, oh my god. Running down my spine. At least I managed to save Derpy D, but what about me? Careful. Careful! Phew! Where was I? It's all your fault! Ah! Get down here! I want my revenge, you bastard! There we go. Spinner spider. It hangs from the ceiling on a silky thread, and it is also a rather massive annoyance, to say the least. Later. Completely lost my train of thought there. What was I talking about? A close one indeed. Yes, the so-called Ucha die. Within one randomly selected floor on the mines, the both key as well as chest are always going to appear. They will spawn randomly all over the place. And if you unite them, you will always get the so-called Ucha die. Am I repeating myself or what? And what exactly is the Ucha die good for? Well, it allows you to see through walls. Not that we cannot already see through walls, mind you, but it allows you to see hidden treasures within the walls. For example, them green emeralds beneath Derpy D there. Without the Ucha die, we wouldn't be able to spot them. But now that we've obtained it, we will be able to make some easy money every now and then. And perhaps stumble upon other items of great importance as well. So far, so god damn it. The mines 1 dash or slash 3, I think dash, and I've just stumbled into a rather bothersome dilemma. I won't be able to avoid taking damage from this arrow trap without wasting at least one bomb. Is that a shopkeeper? No, but instead a... what the hell? Only now you're willing to grant me this entry? Oh well. The arrow trap, our first hazard. A basic trap, it fires an arrow when something moves in front of it. Quite aware of that fact, thank you very much. But could that down there be a trapped shopkeeper? No? He is instead a, I guess you could say treasure guardian. That guy will sometimes randomly spawn within a small square in the middle of nowhere, and he is guarding rather valuable treasure inside those chests. However, if you want to obtain them chests, you'll need to deal with him first. And dealing with him, I believe, also aggroes every single other shopkeeper in sight. Because he happens to be one of them after all. If you anger one, they'll all get angry. One huge society of angry shopkeepers, like a cult. Now what could this be? Some sort of bloody sacrificial altar? With an angry looking 8th armed statue? Looming above? 8th armed? How do you say it? Ah! Take this, undead scum! Long story short, for the god knows how many of time, this happens to be a sacrificial altar, ladies and gentlemen, and on this altar, you can, believe it or not, about to state the obvious here, sacrifice living beings. For example, the damsel, aka Mr. Derpy the First. And sacrificing living beings will yield good fortune. The more you sacrifice, the better and greater your fortune shall get. You can also sacrifice dead bodies, but they won't yield as much, I guess you could say, favor as living creatures. Still though, whenever you get the chance, always stuttering, whenever you receive the chance, you should sacrifice something. Now, Mr. Ronald, I'd like to have this bomb box. It includes, I believe, 12 bombs, as well as these climbing gloves. Green climbing gloves of awesomeness. They shall, well, of course I am a masterful Spelunky player. I am skilled through and through, which is why I will be able to get myself out of this situation, of course. Well, still thinking about it. If I throw a rope, the shopkeeper will probably get angry. If I throw a bomb, same story. Well, remember me fondly, Ronald? Darn. Death has occurred, ladies and gentlemen. Our very first death of the playthrough, which lasted 9 minutes in total. Kills 20 though, but do they really matter? Nope, not at all. Yang was right. The layout of the caves is changing all the time. Well, this happens to be the undying tale of Spelunky though, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to die over and over again and again and again, a whole bunch until the end of time itself. How about a quick restart? Yes, I'd say we should still have more than enough time to start a second attempt. Haha! Here goes nothing, and this time, because I already explained most of the basics, I will be able to concentrate a little bit more on the matter at hand. Box, reveal thy secrets to me. Only some ropes, not the best of discoveries. Whenever you stumble upon them boxes, you should hope for some bombs rather than ropes. Because in the long run, bombs are a little bit more important than ropes. Yes, with ropes, you will be able to reach previously visited areas above you, but only with bombs will you be able to, well, open up new passageways. Careful now. See this wooden box with the red skull and crossed bones on it? That happens to be a box of dynamite, aka powder. Explosive powder. If you throw anything at it, it'll detonate. And if you happen to get unlucky, it'll detonate along with you. So be careful, don't detonate it unless it becomes absolutely necessary. I can access that area from down here. Whoop. That is one diffused arrow trap. Careful now. Haha! One bomb and... voila! Saved Derpy the First in the process as well. And we've obtained the compass from that random box, ladies and gentlemen. A very useful item to have. It shows us where the exit is at. That red arrow at the bottom of the screen, very handy, especially on later floors of the game. Because within later floors it tends to sometimes be a little bit tricky to reach the exit without troublesome, finicky, dangerous dilemmas along the road. Yeah, just gonna roll with that statement. Before I leave though, I'd like to have something I can throw. Something I can use to disarm traps with. There we go. That's 1-1, once again out of the way. Only obtained a total of 6,900 gold pieces though. Not as much as I would love to have, not nearly as much, but oh well. At least it's something. Something is better than nothing, am I right? Moving on, oh my, what is this? A peculiar message. I hear snakes. I hate snakes. Ladies and gentlemen, within Spelunky, you need some silence for this. Within Spelunky, you will always every now and then come across rather cryptic messages. Excuse the pause there, and whenever you stumble upon a cryptic message, it indicates that something special is gonna take place on that floor. For example, I hear snakes, I hate snakes. This means that there is probably a snake pit somewhere. A snake pit I can find and plunder, because there happen to be riches inside. Which of these items could allow me to make exploring the snake pit a little bit more simplistic? Gonna buy them. Aha! Spring shoes. Thank you very much. Oh, this is the snake pit right here. Almost fell right into it. That wouldn't have been good. Damn you, dangling ceiling spiders, I hate you. With a burning passion. Before I throw myself into that snake pit though, gonna throw something inside first. This arrow. Because them snake pits tend to be, well, guarded. They tend to be covered in arrow traps. Also, I feel like I screwed up a sentence I spoke out loud before. The wrong way. Let me think about this. Oh, I can't even remember the sentence anymore though. Bothersome to say the least. Hey though, at least we came across the key and chest once again, and look at that, they happen to be within one and the same area. That's handy. You Jedi, welcome back into my possession you go. There happens to be something at the bottom of the snake pit I'd like to obtain. First though, Mr. Derpy D, you shall come with me. Now how to go about this? Should I? I'll need to deploy my last bomb very soon. Yeah, I'd say this could work out. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please observe the bottom of that snake pit? Thanks to the Jedi, we can see something. Something buried within the dirt. Something I'd like to obtain, after taking care of that blue cobra. No journal entry for that one? Strange. Careful now, Mr. Derpy D. Oh god, yes indeed, careful now. I can still do this though. We've obtained a new item, the Maddock, a sharp tool that's great for digging, but the craftsmanship is shoddy. Long story short, with this Maddock we can dig ourselves through the walls as well as ground. However, it'll break eventually after an unspecified amount of digs. Of course, that's neither here nor there, because the ghost is after us. Careful now, I want to reach the exit. Good. Both with the Maddock as well as the RPD, and thankfully it decided to spawn over on the right rather than left. Thank you. I do not yet have a name for your existence, but oh well, doesn't matter. I'll need to leave behind some treasures though. I don't like that a lot. Can't be helped though. I could risk obtaining some more, but nah. I'll only end up dying again, and that wouldn't be a happy scenario, not at all. Oh boy, I was hoping we wouldn't come across this unique scenario during the very first playthrough, during my very first descent into the caverns of Spelunky, but now it can't be helped. My skin is crawling. What exactly does that stand for, ladies and gentlemen? Increased spider activity. As you can see, the walls are covered in sticky spider webs. Not just that though, we'll come across something else far more sinister very Soon! Ah! Die! Eight-legged fiend, oh, there it is. That is one... two of them. Those are two absolutely massive-looking spiders. Yes, indeed. Giant spiders, ladies and gentlemen. They are no longer a myth, they do exist. Give me them bombs, good sir. I will need them very, very soon. Huh. How to go about this? I do believe I spoke out loud that sentence before. I also spoke out loud before. Doesn't matter though. Ah! I am not crying because I just got crushed. I've been ground into a fine paste. Speaking of paste, though, I was about to obtain a rather special item, but not anymore. Oh, I am not crying because I just got flattened. No, I am crying because I die like this all the time. I always get crushed by digging away with the mattock, not paying attention to what's above me. Long story short, those grey stone blocks, they will fall down if you remove the block underneath. And I can't even tell you how often this has happened to me before. Probably 5 times already. I dig away with the mattock and then suddenly... smash. I am a goner. Total deaths, too. I couldn't show you the spiders, the big ones. I couldn't show you what fine treasure you can obtain by murdering them. No, I am now but a memory, a shadow of my former self. However, I'd say this is a rather delightful moment in time to end the episode, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there you go. A first real, actual introduction to the mystical world of Spelunky HD. I hope you enjoyed. Despite my failures. Oh, please believe me, I am far, far better than this. I happen to be a good Spelunky player, but I am just feeling so nervous, tripping over my sentences left and right, because I want to talk about so much, but it's just coming out of my mouth like a chaotic storm without structure. Insanity. Oh God. In any case, my very name has been TheShadowCookie, aka Mr. TSC, and I hope that you, well, enjoyed to observe my random shenanigans. If you did, please leave me a like, perhaps even subscribe if you desire to see more content like this. Don't forget though, it is only a suggestion, not obligation. Oh, Yang, looks like I'll need to practice some more before I can even dare to catch up with you. Oh, I wonder where you are right now. Somewhere within the very bowels of this cave system? Probably. Bottom line, the mines, ladies and gentlemen. A rather dangerous place, to say the least. Until next time, signing out for now. Gonna see you all then.